Thank you. We will begin our night with a presentation of the Employee of the Month for January. Normally we would do this at the second council meeting in December, but since we have no second council meeting, we wanted to recognize Ruben a little bit early. Ruben was just here not too long ago getting a length of service pin. So Ruben, come back on up, and please bring all your family and co-workers and friends with you. And Mr. James Witt will be introducing Ruben.
My name is James Witt. I'm the Assistant Director of Public Works. This is Ruben Cardenas. He's one of our lead men in the Water Department of Public Works. I was sitting the other day trying to think of something inspirational and motivational to say, and the light turned green and got behind me honked, so I really don't have anything for you. So, you got anything you want to say? No, I'm kidding. Ruben, anything?
My wife, Maggie. My son, Smooth. My daughter, Jesseline.
She wouldn't shake my hand.
She's shy
Smart woman.
until she warms up. My daughter, Bianca. My mom, Elva. And my father, Jesus.
Just a few weeks ago, Ruben was up here for his 15-year service pin, and Hal gave that presentation. And one of the things Hal said was he was honored and privileged to get to work with guys like Ruben in our public works department. And that's very heartfelt. These guys work very, very hard every day, rain or shine, hot or cold, snow or rain. I mean, it's really hard work, and they do it every day, and sometimes every night. I spent about 8 years out in the field myself, so I really appreciate how hard these guys work. On top of fixing water mains, relocating fire hydrants, replacing meters and curb stops, Ruben is also in charge of our water quality. It's one of those things that happens behind the scenes. Most people have no clue what goes on with delivering that water to your house outside of the pipes. We have samples that have to be taken every single day at different places throughout the city. It's actually quite hard to pull a sample and not contaminate it. You'd be surprised. It's quite a little process to get a good sample. And those have to be taken to the lab. On top of that, there's reporting that has to be done both to our water supplier, TRA, TCEQ, there's EPA standards. There's a lot that goes into that, and for the most part, it goes unnoticed. It just happens without anybody ever knowing. Usually when the public hears about it, it's when something bad's happened. So talking about tonight's good because nothing bad's happened. Ruben has done a very good job. On top of that, Ruben, and one of the things in public works, I know police and fire, last time I was here, they talked a lot about their training and the licenses and things that they had. People don't realize that public works is the same way. I put my glasses on for this. Ruben has his water distribution B license. You have to have 5 years of field experience and 100 hours of classroom time. He additionally has a groundwater B license, which is another 20 hours of classroom training. His wastewater collections license, class 3, which is the highest license you can get. That was another 40 hours. He also has his customer service inspector's license. It's kind of CSI. It's also another very hard thing to do. Occasionally somebody will call because the water tastes funny to them, or it's got air in it, or there's something going on that they're not quite sure about. Ruben's been trained to go out and talk to these people and explain to them what's going on, check the water, make sure everything's okay with it, and kind of talk them through the process of how our water gets delivered. Sometimes that causes error or other things to happen, but hopefully there's nothing wrong with it. So far, we haven't had any issues. He's also had backflow training. Additionally, he's working on his waterworks license. Back to this B license, I can tell you I know quite a few people that have tried for years to get their license and they can't pass the test. It's quite hard. The A waterworks license is the highest you can get. With that one test, another 40 hours of class, he'll get his A surface water license, his A groundwater license, and his A distribution license. How hard that test is even with a master's degree, you still have to do 5 years of field work to get it. It's very, very hard to get. On top of that, he goes to school at night. He's about to get his associate's degree, and then he's going to go on to get his bachelor's. I don't think a week's gone by that I hadn't gone into Ruben and said, okay, here's what we got to start doing. So we've increased a lot of things that we do. I rely on him a lot every day. He's one of my bright shining stars among many. So thank you very much. Well deserved.
Come on up here, Ruben. And this is Cardenas. This is a certificate for you recognizing you as employee month for January. Congratulations. And you're the first one. How awesome. That will train your department for actually next month and a half. So you get it longer. And it's very hands and hands. So right when you're signing, that one's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. She wants to see a picture. Wow.
Thank you for sharing your guys.
Okay.